Good morning, challengers. It's Ingrid here from Take 52 Challenge and Beginners Photography blog. And this week's theme is pure, or week, I think we're on to week 19. The critique for this week is pure. And I had to go back to a photograph that got a lot of commentary on the group this week by Ashley Hash. And Ashley has contributed several times and been featured here on the critique before. But I had to come back to this picture for several reasons. So first of all, I think it embodies the theme pure extremely well. This week was the last week for many kids here in Georgia, I know, and for a lot of places in the US for school. So this child is pure excitement on her face that she's done. She is just a typical teenager and totally pure and carefree, pure happiness and pure joy. And I think this picture really embodies it in so many different ways. I thought that the viewers here could learn a lot from the technique that Ashley used here, and she had said that she had used the flash, her speed light, which is just a flash that sits on top of her camera, but equally what would have done well would have been her little pop-up flash. If you have that, don't be afraid to use that. And this is one of those situations where she had a lot of intense sunshine shining in on the subject's face right here from the natural light from the window. She's in a car moving, but the speed light just added in, lifted all these dark shadows. And if you want to go back to the group and look, she actually posted one of her pictures that didn't have the flash, and you can see there's a remarkable difference there. So this technique is called using fill flash. And it can be really, really effective in filling in harsh shadows when you're outside, or when you feel like there's just, the sun is actually too bright and casting really hard shadows. It's actually a good idea to use your flash. And if you haven't got a speed light additional on top of your camera, it's no problem. You just go ahead and pop up your flash, and that should do all the work for you. Now, some other things that she has done here, her focus is absolutely perfect here on the girl's face. You can see their hair is moving in the background, and she has a lovely blur going on in the background here as well. And the fact that it's a green background, that it's a little out of focus, and I like the fact that she's wearing a green shirt. It just says kind of pure spring joy, everything that is good about being, carefree, listening to the radio, and literally the wind in your hair. So I really enjoyed this photo, Ashley. I think that people can learn a lot from it if they want to go back and look through your that thread that everybody was commenting on. It's a really nice image. It's really nicely framed. Of course, you have the window frame that's framing her, and she almost has a little frame here with her hand up and her hand out that kind of frames her as well. And she's just nicely positioned, kind of not just dead center, a little bit off to the side, which is using another technique, the rule of thirds. So thank you again, Ashley, for contributing to the Take 52 challenge. If you would like to be featured on the critique, I have to ask you to make sure you put that CC Ingrid in your commentary of your image somewhere. There were several photos that I was going to critique this week, but they actually hadn't written down CC Ingrid, and so rather than for me to take the time to have to wait on to contact you and see if you're okay with the critique being done, it's just easier from the get-go if you can just write it on there as you upload your image. And I'm sure some of you just had forgotten that, and if you don't want me to critique it, that's fine, and I won't unless I see myself tagged in your commentary. So thanks again, Ashley, great job, and I hope you guys can go out now and experiment a little bit with fill-in flash and see how it works for this week's theme, which is really wide open, and that is random. Okay, till next week, bye bye for now.